What's going on, everybody? Gary here. Today we're going to be installing a new stereo on our Jeep, and it's been a while since I've actually had music in the vehicle. It started malfunctioning for the last few years or so, and I was kind of just using a Bluetooth to play music. So thank you to TopDisplay for hooking us up with this stereo for us to install in Jeep. Quickly, we're just going to unbox the stereo itself, and then I'm just gonna show you guys what we have inside. All right, just gonna be unboxing it now. Let's check it out. Okay, cool. Got a little sign here saying thank you for supporting the small business. It's awesome. Oh, has a free data. I think this might either have the 4 GB or the 8 GB. I'm not too sure yet, but we'll check it out. Has the manual and everything else in here. Has all the wiring that we're gonna be needing. And this is what I'm assuming the actual stereo itself. So let's quickly take it out. Oops. Oh, hold on here. Before we do that, got some more wiring stuff. More wiring stuff here. Put that to the side. And this is the stereo. Okay, all right, so flip it over here. Slip it out. Woo! Look at that. I think this is a 7-incher. Looks pretty cool. Should be plug and play. My uncle's gonna be helping me out to install this one, so let's get to installing. There you go. All right, so first thing we're gonna be doing is removing the window switches right there. Yeah, just removing that one. And we're gonna take out I believe the head unit afterwards. Oh, there you go. There you go. So my uncle's just gonna get the socket for this one, find out what it's gonna be. So far, everything is off. Instruction says that it should be USB plug and play, and I've been talking to the representative for TopDisplay that they said it should just be plug and play. So excited to get this going. And then I'm going to be testing it out in the next couple of days or so. So what size is it?
Number 7.
Number 7? Yeah. So it's number 7 socket. There's just 4 of them, so one on each of the corners. All right, so we got the system out. From like the thing here, it looks like you just connect everything together, right from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, from what they have in the manual. So Uncle's just putting the antenna connection right there.
Then this one is here.
Yeah. What's that one for?
It's a power cable.
Yeah, connects to one of the, I think that's one of the power cables.
Yeah, and then the other one is here. I know.
Maybe it's only one.
Only
no,
one?
Maybe. It's the same thing, right? It might only need to be connected to one of them. It doesn't say for both, right? So it might just be connected to one of them.
Yeah.
So the wiring diagram looks like this, and that's what we're trying to do right now. You guys saw earlier where you took out the old radio, and now we're just trying to figure out the wiring concept here. But this is how it is, and we're just kind of installing all of it slowly into the new radio. Just got the old radio out first, just to make it less complicated over there. So Uncle's just connecting the links here. One is going to be the data video. This one's for front aux, and then there's other ones right there as well too.
Front out. Red. This one is auxiliary.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So what's making it confusing is the fact that it has all these other wiring here that's supposed to be for the stereo. Don't know exactly how we're going to be connecting it to the actual stereo itself, but like this is supposed to be. From what my uncle's saying is these wires are supposed to be for the actual speakers and such. So we still don't know what these are, but me and my uncle are just gonna give the thing a try. We'll start it up first. So I'll just hold it up here. Oh, okay. At least we know that it works right now. We still don't know what these are, but everything else works. I'm just gonna put the music up. I mean, it seems like it's working. I mean, we have all the connection there for this USB port right here. We're just gonna try to wire it down all the way down there by the leg unit. I think that one's just a direct connection to the actual stereo itself. So we're just gonna finicky it, and I'll show you guys where we end up putting it. Placing the actual stereo itself. back. Since we have a lot more space in the back here, we just kind of just put everything back there. All right, so for now we're just having everything kind of loosely installed just for today. Got the mic, got the GPS, and then we got the 4G over there that we're gonna connect somewhere on the dash afterwards. So we're just kind of just having that loosely. And then for tomorrow, we're gonna be removing the old camera here.
Day 2.
All right, day 2. We're gonna be installing the camera today. So plugging it straight through the connector, because we already, I already have the old camera wiring located exactly where I want it, but we might move it somewhere else after. So this is the old input for the camera. My old camera's down there somewhere, right here. This is the old camera, and then we're just connecting it to the new one, which is this guy right here. And we're gonna try to see if how it looks like inside there. So we're just gonna connect it quickly. All right, connected. Everything's all connected. We're just gonna check how it looks like in the back. We're just gonna have the new camera framed right there just to see how it looks like and see if it works. So my uncle's kind of installing it right now, but it works. Yeah, the reverse camera works. Everything's all connected. So the camera is mounted for the time being, and then we're just gonna make it secure a little bit more afterwards. But right now we're just fixing up the wiring over there. Once the wiring's all fixed, we're gonna go inside again and check the camera. Reverse. Yep. Good. That's good. That one works. All right, putting the whole dashboard back into the thing. There you go. So I installed the 4G here and the GPS here. The only reason why I did that is because at least with the mic here, I can pop this off and then I can still remove the head unit. And then also with here, at least it's connected to the actual main glove compartment side here. And then now we're just gonna put the automatic window switches back on. I'm just gonna pop that on. Boom. I think we're good. Like I said, I'm gonna test it out in the next couple of days.
3 days later.
It's been a few days since we installed the radio, and I've been playing around with it, and I wanted to show you guys all the features that it has. So let's go. We're inside the Jeep now. Just gonna start up the Jeep. So once you turn on the vehicle, this screen pops up right away. Shows you navigation, Bluetooth, music, and the date. We'll just check out the navigation. It does come with it. So I'm just gonna click on navigation. It has a built-in navigation, which is dope. And it's just gonna connect. And then here we are. We can connect to Bluetooth, which I've already paired with my phone yesterday. This is the music. You guys heard this earlier. So if I click on that one, it has a built-in music, which is the Believe song from Cher. So if you guys can hear it again. This one, I've already changed the clock to be in my time zone, which is here in BC. So change that one with a date. So to link your phone, you're gonna press Z-Link, okay? So right now we're gonna switch to the CarPlay, which is what my phone is. I've already connected it, so it basically just connects it straight to my phone now. So I have the CarPlay connected just through Z-Link, so it just connects it automatically. How I actually connected my phone with the radio here is by using this USB and connecting it with my iPhone wire, and then I just connected it. I basically just went to Z-Link and I just automatically connected it. There's a Sirius radio, of course. Oh, it does work, but I'm not gonna subscribe because I don't have Sirius. So we're gonna go back to the main menu. Has all the warranty stuff over in that one button there. This one is if you don't want to hotspot your phone to connect to your phone, you can actually, it does have a built-in 4G, so you just basically hit the QR code and it'll go to your to this link. Use the QR code, right? And I click on the link. It will connect you to this website that will get you guys, you know, all this information here. So it already has a SIM card built in the stereo radio here, but you can actually just use your phone and connect it directly and just use your hotspot. Since we are connected to the internet, let's go check out all these other options here, or apps. Has Spotify, I'm definitely going to be using that. Has the other apps that we have already seen, which is the top up, warranty, the sound effects, and all that stuff that I just showed you guys. You can change the theme of the whole thing, so you can click this one, change it up a little bit, you know, car set. Oh, basically if you want to just play around with the sound and everything else, that's the same thing. Z-Link, we talked about that one already, so we're gonna go back and go use your Google Maps. Since I'm already connected through the internet, you can use your Google Map, you can use Google, search the webs and everything else, since we are all connected anyways, which is dope. You can click on YouTube, you know, search out G from BC. So we searched G from BC already. Let's go click on that bad boy. All right, there you go. We are good. You guys haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, guys. Help out the channel, that would be great, much appreciated. And I do appreciate you guys. I do respond to everybody's messages, so if you guys can do this for me, that would be awesome. So we're just gonna play around, go to shorts.
Jamie, sit.
All right, that's pretty cool. So there's other options here. There's the Hulu, you can do file manager. There's currently available 46.21 gigabyte storage, so you can actually store some stuff in there here as well too. You can go into Netflix, and this is the first page, which has all the music, video. You can connect to the Google Chrome, my contact list, and everything else. So that's pretty much it for the apps here. All right, so that's pretty much it for the apps. The good thing about this one as well is you can actually retain your steering wheel controls here, which is actually pretty awesome. So I'll lower the volume here, right? So it's at 10. I can just raise up the volume by using my regular steering wheel thing there, and then I can just lower it down as well too by using the same thing. The middle one, basically you can just, you know, rotate to different places here. I can go to the FM, which are the previous ones. I can go here and then kind of just rotate on all of the stuff that I've turned on already, which is pretty cool. And then on my right trigger here, these ones, so I can go up and down as well too. It basically changes the music option, so I can I'll press up, I can go to the next music, which is the same function I think for the regular radio, and I can go down as well too and change the music as well. And then the center point, I think, is to hit the pause. All right, so my overall experience and opinion about installing the actual TopDisplay radio, honestly, it was plug and play. It was pretty easy. My uncle did help me out, but it was simple. It was easy to just plug in all the wirings over there, and right away, if you guys saw it already, it works. All of the apps and everything else was great. Can't wait to keep on, you know, using the vehicle once the you know, the engine is all fixed up. We start driving it and actually use it on a daily. Anyways, that will do it for this video. Hope it helped you guys out installing your TopDisplay head unit here. If you guys are interested in copying one of these TopDisplay radio, check out my description below. I do have a 10% discount on the radio. Until next time, like always, stay awesome, everybody.